Zoe Flowers here. Back with another reading. It's been a minute. Okay, looks like this will be 3-card reading to start, and then a crystal ally. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have included Mercury Retrograde. Let me also include that Mercury Retrograde, because we're still in that. And the new moon. Okay. All right. Let's get into this and see what. Okay, so that's not the first card. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so the energy, the overall vibe for. Wow, this again. Wow, this came out for my Clubhouse collective call for the month. So, for those of you that do not know, I host a Tarot Thursday. It was Tarot Tuesday, but now I'm doing a Tarot Thursday on Clubhouse. Yeah. The what? It's right there on the shelf, on the second shelf in the bathroom. Yeah. The minute you open the closet, it's right there. Okay, this is really interesting. So again, for those of you all that don't know, I host on Clubhouse Tarot Thursday at 11:11. And so last week I did a reading for the collective for the entire month. And I got this Leo I Will. And here it is again for the Mercury Retrograde, showing up for the Mercury Retrograde and for the full moon. I don't know if I ate something, but the side of my cheek, I didn't see it until I came on here, is like, feels like it's growing, like it's swelling up. I'm trying to think what I ate today. All I had was some granola. What? It's purplish. It says leave-in conditioner. Not the white ones. It's behind it. The white ones are mine. Am I going to have to go downstairs and get this conditioner? Do you see it? Okay. So, the vibe for the rest of this retrograde and the new moon is your will. So this is really the vibe for this season. So one of the ways that I'm working with the energies of the new moon and the full moon, is to set the intentions on the full moon, right? So it would be setting your intention for Aquarius, but with the understanding that it's to take you through the full period, right? Because each full moon has energy for 6 months, right? So what you would do is you would check back in, right, at the next Aquarius season to see if the things that you called into, the things that you're calling came, right? So you would be tracking all of these 6 months. So extending your new moon meditations and your new moon manifestations and your new moon intentions, right? Over the long haul. Okay. So as Leo comes to us with this centering ourselves, this I will energy, how can you use the energy of the new moon, right, to restructure how you show up in the world? So my astrology teacher, Sam Reynolds, says that Mercury retrograde is the time to refresh, renew your relationship to community, commerce, and communication, right? So if we take that premise of this, so even when we come out of the Mercury retrograde in a couple of weeks, we're still going to be in the shadow of the retrograde, right? So how can we be renewing and refreshing, right, our ideas about who we are and how we want to show up and who we will be, right? What in your commerce, the way you make money, needs to be restructured? What in the way that you communicate with people needs to be restructured? What in the way you interact with community needs to be restructured? Does this make sense? Please drop down in the comments and let me know. And also just let me know who you are, because I can't see it. I can only see the little eyeball with the numbers next to it. And I really wish that they would have put it back so we could see who is in the chat with us. It really gets on my nerves. All right. Mini rant. Wow. And then we have Gemini, I think. So we have I will and I think coming to us in this. And first of all, Mercury rules Gemini, right? So who do you think you are? Even better. How has who you thought you were or who you think you are diminishing your ability to put your will out into the world? I will, I think. And this also is like very, even the way these came out, like, I'll do it, I will do it, I will be amazing. And then here comes the doubt, right? I think I'll do it. I think I'll show up. I think I can show up, right? So this new moon is presenting us with the opportunity to be this big energy, right? To be the big dick energy or the big ovary energy, right? In the room. I love that. All right, let's see what the threads of fate have to say. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Because this is what we are at our core. This is what we're here to do. We're here to transform and transmute. Look at that. This is one of my favorite. Just like, can we just like ponder the beauty of this deck for a minute? Can we just like get into this deck? This Threads of Faith deck. I will be the alchemist. I will make change. I think time to grow up. Time to step up. Time to be the alchemist. Look at that. Look at that sun coming out. And here's the sun again. Time to center yourself. Time to be the star. Time to use the magic that this new moon in Aquarius is giving us. To be new. We have the time to be new. And we have the support of the sun. Totally supported. But first, we have to put death to all things that are stopping us. We have to bring death to all the things that put us in this double thinking Gemini energy. And rise higher. Rise to the highest aspects of Gemini. I am in an astrology class. It is a 12-week course. However, I will more than likely be in this class for the rest of the year. So as I learn more about not just the planets, but the signs, I will be imparting them into my readings. I had already been doing that, but I'm doing it even deeper. So as I think about, this Gemini energy, the thinking, the overthinking, and thinking to the point where we don't really do anything, right? I have a Gemini moon. We think, right? But this was the first thing that came out. I will do it. I will be the sun. I will, obviously Leo is ruled by the sun, right? We can't live without the sun. But we get too close to the sun and we can get burned. We stay too far from the sun. We have this lack of perseverance, right? Perseverance in reverse. No one can survive without the sun. Right? In the same way that your magic, your dreams, your drive cannot survive without your will. Oh, I'll find it. I'm about to get off in a minute. Cannot survive without your will. Right? So the message for this new moon, again, is to bring death to anything that's stopping you from persevering. Questions, comments for me in the chat? Okay, so we know that the energy of this new moon in Aquarius is to push us forward. Now, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into Saturn. I'm not going to get into Saturn, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pull a crystal ally, a crystal that will help us. Remember, we're working this Aquarius new moon from Thursday until Aquarius season next year. That's how we're working these full moons and these new moons going forward, to build and strengthen our connection to the planet, to build and strengthen our connection to the planets that rule the signs, I should say. So we have the emerald here as a crystal ally. Spring, unity, and vitality. Isn't that interesting? Spring, spring, spring. Spring, spring, spring. Now, technically, Leo season is in the summer, but it's still this idea about the sun. And this vitality, again. So if you all are feeling low energy because there's not as much sun right now, it's cold, it's snowing here, how can you bring the sun into your life? Are there parts of your life that are like wintertime right now, that are in need of this sun? Right? So emerald comes to us. Spring, unity, vitality. Lush and reminiscent of the green of spring. Emerald is known as the stone of successful love. Now, isn't that interesting? Because I put love me in this title. I never know why these titles come to me. Usually I hear a song over and over again, and what I was hearing was the Ungodly Hour song by Chloe and Halle. And here Emerald comes to talk to us about successful love, stimulating loyalty, partnership, and friendship. Emerald opens the heart chakra, healing the auric field with unconditional love, hope, and joy, with exuberance and a lust for life. Not unlike Leo. Nobody can say that Leo does not have a lust for life, honey. Wow. The emerald is a sign for new beginnings. Look at emerald showing up for us just in time for the new moon. And a fresh step in life. Grow in the direction of your dreams and nurture yourself along the way. Nobody said that the sun was not nurturing. Grow in the direction of your dreams and nurture yourself along the way. You deserve the riches that life has to offer you. This card is ruled by Sagittarius, Venus, and Mars. This is very interesting and amazing. Hey, Gary Campbell. This is amazing. Not just the full moon, the new moon too. This is absolutely amazing. So, because love had showed up in the title, it was in my ear. Because the emerald is here, this card of successful love. What's this? Red jade, warrior, individuality, and chi. Unleash your inner warrior. Red jade is a stone of power, able to release anger in constructive ways that solves problems. Aries and Venus. Here we are again with Venus. So this is also a love reading, y'all. This is also a love reading. Let me finish reading this. Filled with chi, known as the life force in Chinese culture, red jade enhances passion, vitality, and strength. So, okay, here we go again with this vitality and strength. So, are folks feeling like sapped of their vitality? Are folks feeling sapped with their sensual, sexual love energy? Is that what's happening here? Take action and move decisively. Red jade enhances your courage, protecting and inspiring you as you move forward in your day-to-day life. Use red jade when you're looking to have exponential results, whether it's with your finances, business, or your physical health. Good luck is bestowed on you. Okay, so I'm going to just go with this as well. I'm going to go with this love thing too, right? Because both of these are ruled by Venus. Venus is connected to the love principle in the one aspect of her, in the most popular aspect. Just because you haven't experienced good love doesn't mean that you will not. Just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it won't happen. There's another card here. Oh, that's the death. Okay. So, if you've gone through a death, if you've gone through a breakup, if you've gone through, when I say if you've gone through a death, if you've gone through a death of your sense of self, your love ability, your, I said if you've gone through a breakup, if you've gone through something that has made you feel like love is not going to come to you, this reading is here to tell you that the sun says it's not so. The sun says differently. The sun says that you are the alchemist, that you hold, and then look, right in the middle of that is the full moon. You see that? You hold the key to your love story. You are the author of your love story. It is time to come out of the head, though, how you think about yourself, how you think about love. Now this is making it all comes together. I love the way it just like it comes together. So back to the Mercury Retrograde, right? What did we say in the beginning? Refreshing and renewing our ideas and our connection to community, love, partners. That is community, right? Restructuring and refreshing your ideas about how you think about love. Work on willing it to yourself. I will have love. I am love. I cannot be without love. The sun is shining on me. Nothing can survive without the sun, and nothing can survive without love. So again, if you have experienced something that has made you feel like love is not there, that it's all dry, that it's all, this is like dry bones, right? This is a dead thing, right? But look at the rose on top. The rose is still alive. So is it really dead? This is a rebirth. Rebirth is always possible, which is why this card came out after this one. It's no accident that the death came after the sun. And we have to persevere. We have to persevere like the bull. Now, like an earth sign, this could be looked at as the Taurus sign. Earthy, stable, reliable, in reverse, right? So how do we persevere? How do we move forward even when we don't think love is possible for us? Emerald comes to us. So maybe getting yourself some emerald. If you can get your hands on an emerald crystal, there's lots of crystal stores all around. You may or may not be able to grab one before the new moon on Thursday, right? But again, we're working with this energy for 6 months, right? So thinking about how can I refresh my ideas about love? We can program our crystals, right? So you could program this emerald to bring success and love to you. You can also program this red jasper. Both of these crystals are are associated with Venus, right? You can program this red jade to help you be a warrior, to help you persevere. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think that's it. Oh, no. No, it's not. One more. Okay. One more card. Spirit, what do you have? What do you have for us for this new moon? I love this. Eight of Cups, right? Cups are emotions. When we see mountains in the tarot, that means that there is room for growth, areas of growth. This is a card about walking away. Walking away from old thoughts, old feelings, and old emotions that we no longer need, right? And so that's it. This is the answer. Walking away, right? Understanding that some things were fated, some things were just karmic, right? However, we end at the Four of Wands. Some might say it's the marriage card, right? Fruitful. We have the flowers here. Fruitful, right? Wands are about action, right? So we start with the will. Some would say that you need a little, this is a fire sign, right? Wands are fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, right? So there's also a need for some new action here, which we've talked about, the new action that we all can take, right? So that we can get to this Four of Wands. And remember, this is a 6-month. This is a Mercury Retrograde reading. This is a new moon reading. The new moon is here for the next 6 months with us, right? But technically, what we want to do is when we get to the Aquarius season next year, we want to look back and see if we've manifested this. Of course, we'll be manifesting all along the way, right? We want to be tracking. We want to be paying attention. But this is it. This is the most likely outcome here, the Four of Wands. But it all starts with your will. Coming out of your head. Renewing your ideas about love. Stepping into your role as the magician in your own life, but also working with the elements, right? The moon is here for a reason. The star is there for a reason. Doing the work, doing the magical work, doing the behind the scenes work, doing the work in the dark. The alchemist works, well, some of us work at night and some of us work in the daytime. Doing that work, right? So that we can feel that sun on our skin, bringing to death anything that gets in the way of us refreshing and renewing our ideas about love. This is a rebirth. Part of that rebirth, perseverance in reverse right now. We're going to turn that perseverance right side up, right? And we do that by walking away from the feelings and the emotions that make us feel less than, right? Understanding, that's the last card, sorry about that. We come from our perseverance. No, that's right. We walk away from the things that no longer serve us, and we are helped in that walking away by understanding that those things were karmic, the things that we went through. Some of the things were just fated. They were just destiny, right? We had to go through those things so that we can grow. Walking away from those things is also a part of changing your fortune. And also working with the elements is here again, right? Everything is here. All of the elements are here. So there is a deep need to continue the deep spiritual work so that we can get to this Four of Wands. 4 is about foundation, structure. So we can get to the structures that we want. Structured action, right? And then the emerald and the red jade are here to help us believe in love, attract success in love, and to be a warrior and take appropriate action. So that's it. That is the story of the new moon in Aquarius and the Mercury retrograde. And I'll see you next time. Bye.